Hello everyone, welcome back to Aurora English Echo. I am Alex, an English teacher with over 15 years of experience in the United States, and during that time I have helped thousands of students around the world become confident in communicating in English. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to say something in English, but you kept struggling to translate word by word in your head, and by the time you open your mouth, the other person has already moved on to a different topic? If you nodded your head, then you should know you are not alone. This is a problem that many English learners face, and it is exactly what makes you slow down, speak unnaturally, and lose confidence. The good news is your brain can be trained to think directly in English, and once you do that, you will be surprised how everything becomes easier. You listen faster, you speak smoother, and you even write with more confidence. In today's video, I will share with you specific steps to train your brain to think in English. Simple strategies, yet extremely effective, to help you break free from the translation loop and start thinking like a native speaker. And most importantly, the 4 big mistakes that 90% of learners make, which keep them from ever becoming fluent. And I promise, if you stay until the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap, step by step, to turn thinking in English into a natural habit. If you miss any part, you will continue repeating the same mistakes. But if you watch each part carefully, you will know exactly what to do and what to avoid. Now, let's get started. Let me explain this in a simple way. Every time you want to speak English, your brain usually follows 2 steps. Step 1. You think of the idea in your native language. Step 2. You translate it into English. It sounds fine, but in reality, it makes you slow. You miss opportunities, and sometimes you say sentences that sound very strange to native speakers. For example, you want to say, "I miss my home." In your head, you think just like that, but you translate word by word into, "I remember my house." It sounds reasonable, but for native speakers, that sentence has a completely different meaning. The correct way should be, "I miss my home." This is the trap of word-for-word translation. So, what happens if you start thinking directly in English? You speak faster because you no longer pause to translate. You feel more confident because words come naturally. You listen better, especially when watching movies, listening to music, or chatting with native speakers. And your pronunciation also becomes more natural because in your head you already hear English the way they do. I have seen many students, just after a few weeks of practicing with the right method, they spoke more clearly, faster, and, most importantly, they felt relaxed and natural in conversations. So if you still ask, is it really necessary to think in English? The answer is yes, 100% necessary. Because if you keep the habit of translating in your head, you will always stay stuck and never truly fluent. Before I share with you how to train your brain to think directly in English, let's look at the 4 big mistakes that most learners make, and maybe you are making them too. Mistake number 1, relying on translation. Many people, when speaking, always follow the path. Think in native language, then translate into English. It feels safe, but in reality it makes you slow and your sentences sound unnatural. It is like you want to run, but you are carrying a heavy backpack. You will never run fast. Mistake number 2. Thinking too much about grammar. I have seen many students, before speaking, immediately check in their head. Am I using the right tense? Do I need to add -s? Should I put -ed? The result is they pause too long and the conversation gets interrupted. Native speakers are different. They do not think too much about grammar when speaking. They still make mistakes, but they speak naturally and keep the conversation going. Mistake number 3. Fear of making mistakes. Many people are afraid to speak because they fear being wrong, fear being laughed at. But the truth is, making mistakes is the fastest way to learn. I remember one student who once mispronounced the word beach as another very sensitive word. The whole class burst into laughter, but from that moment she never forgot and gradually improved her pronunciation. Mistake number 4. Lack of English environment. If all day you only use your native language to listen, read or talk, then when you speak, your brain will automatically go back to it. You want to think in English? You need to surround yourself with English. Listen to music, watch movies, read books, have conversations in English. The more exposure, the faster your brain will switch. In summary, the 4 biggest mistakes are relying on translation, thinking too much about grammar, fear of making mistakes, and lack of environment. The good news is, all of them can be changed. And right after this, I will show you specific steps to train your brain to think in English. Now, we arrive at the most important part, how to train your brain to think in English. I will show you 6 simple steps, easy to do, and if you stay consistent every day, you will see a clear change. Step 1. Name the objects around you in English. Look around your room and think bed, window, lamp, phone. Then gradually level up. Do not just say cup, say I am drinking coffee from my cup. This helps your brain get used to using English to describe everything. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. When you are cooking, dressing or walking, describe what you are doing. I am cutting vegetables. I am putting on my shoes. It is a sunny day. No one hears you, so you do not need to worry. Step 3. Use an English dictionary. Do not translate into your native language. Look up the meaning directly in English. For example, the word excited means feeling very happy and eager. When you learn this way, your brain connects the meaning with English without needing translation. Step 4. Start with short sentences. Do not try to make complex sentences right away. Instead of thinking, I should go to the store because I need to buy vegetables for dinner, just think, I need vegetables. Once you get used to it, longer sentences will naturally come. Step 5. Create an inner voice in English. When you plan something, talk to yourself in your head in English. What should I do first? Maybe I will start with breakfast. This turns English into a natural dialogue inside your mind. Step 6. Surround yourself with English. This is the most important step. Listen to podcasts, watch videos, read newspapers, read books in English. The more you listen, the more you read, the easier your brain switches to thinking directly in English. If you practice these 6 steps regularly, you will realize that English is not just a subject. It has become a part of your life. Now, you know the 6 steps to train your brain. But how do you turn them into a habit? Here are 5 important exercises you should do every day, and if you keep them up, your brain will gradually start thinking in English automatically. Exercise 1. Start and end your day in English. Right when you wake up, think, "Today is Monday. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock." Before going to sleep, review your day in English. "I went to work. I talked to my friend. I ate pizza for dinner." Exercise 2. The no translation rule for 30 minutes. Choose a time during the day, just 30 minutes. During that time, you are only allowed to think in English. No translating, no switching back to your native language. At first it will be hard, but this forces your brain to adjust. Exercise 3. Speak out loud to yourself. Every day, spend a few minutes speaking out loud. For example, "I am making tea. It smells good." When you hear your own voice in English, you will gradually feel more confident. Exercise 4. Use English in daily activities. When cooking, think, "I am cutting onions." When walking, think, "The sky is blue. The weather is nice. I feel relaxed." English will become part of your daily routine. Exercise 5. Write a journal in English. Just 3 to 4 simple sentences every day. No need to worry about grammar. The key is to write in English. For example, "Today I felt happy. I met my friend. We talked about school." If you keep up with these 5 exercises, you will see a clear difference. Your brain will gradually start thinking directly in English, and you will no longer depend on translation. At this point, you may think, "It sounds great, but when I practice, I will face difficulties." And you are right. You will face some big challenges. But do not worry, because every challenge has a way to overcome. Challenge 1. Always thinking in your native language first. When you try to think in English, your brain automatically goes back to it. How to overcome? Start with small thoughts, simple words. For example, instead of thinking, "I had a very tiring day," think, "I am tired." Once you get used to it, you will naturally form longer sentences. Challenge 2. Lack of vocabulary, feeling stuck. Many people complain, "I do not know this word in English." How to overcome? Use descriptions with the words you already know. For example, if you cannot remember the word refrigerator, you can say "a cold box where I keep food." The listener still understands, and you still practice direct thinking in English. Challenge 3. Feeling no progress. Sometimes you feel, "I keep learning, but I am not getting better." How to overcome? Track your progress. Write short journals. Record your voice, or practice speaking in front of a mirror. After a few weeks, when you look back, you will be surprised by the difference. The most important thing is, be patient and keep going. Thinking in English is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time and practice. Do not fear mistakes. Do not wait for perfection. Just keep going, and fluency will come to you. Today, we have gone through many important things together. You now understand why you need to think in English. You now know the biggest mistakes that keep learners from becoming fluent. You now have specific brain training steps and 5 daily exercises to apply immediately. And you also know in advance the challenges and how to overcome them. Remember this: thinking in English will help you speak faster, listen better, pronounce more accurately, and most importantly, you will feel more confident in every conversation. Now, the question is, which exercise will you start today? Share your answer in the comments, I would love to know. If this video was helpful, do not forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to Aurora English Echo for more powerful English learning tips. Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and I will see you in the next video. Wishing you fun learning and more confidence every day.